Short Scary Stories by K_G_Lewis. The cops found my missing car. You need to come with me, ma'am, Officer Dunn said. He placed his hand on my back, gently prodding me towards his cruiser. What's this about? I asked. He shrugged. I was just asked to pick you up. Officer Dunn put me in the back of the cruiser and then drove out of the neighborhood. At first, I thought he was taking me to the station, but I knew that wasn't the case when he turned away from the town. He headed towards the lake. Once I realized where we were going, it was easy to guess why the police had picked me up. You lied to me, Mrs. Brooke. Detective Allen pointed his finger in my face. Those were the first words he said to me after I'd gone out of Officer Dunn's cruiser. He wasn't wrong. I had lied to him. Why did you drive your car into the lake? He asked. I had to. I admitted it. It was the only way to save my daughter. Save her from what? From her father. After that, I explained how I lied about my car being stolen the week before, and that the injuries my daughter and I had suffered were actually afflicted by my husband and not the carjackers. Where's your husband now? He asked. I had originally told the detective my husband was out of town. I pointed to where a crane was in the process of pulling my car out of the water. Detective Allen looked over his shoulder at the crane and then back at me. He's in the car? He sounded shocked. I nodded. Did you kill your husband, Mrs. Brooke? He asked. I shook my head. No, but I tried to. I thought back to the night my husband changed. He'd come home from work complaining about some weird bug bite he'd gone on his neck. When he couldn't get it to stop itching, he became agitated and started pacing the room, panting heavily. That's when I noticed something moving under his skin. I suggested we go to the hospital, but he refused. Concerned, my daughter came out of the room to see what was wrong. Without provocation, my husband tries to bite her, and he tried to bite me when I came to her defense. Thankfully, I was able to fight him off, but it took a great deal of effort. Several blows to the head to knock him out. Once I thought he was no longer a threat, I loaded him into the trunk and was going to take him to the hospital, but he woke up and almost escaped. So you drove him into the lake. Detective Allen finished for me. I nodded. The way I see it, he said, he still killed him. Behind him, my car was lifted out of the water. As soon as it was free, something started banging on the inside of the trunk. I'm not sure anything can kill him, I replied.